Hi everybody, I'm Robin and these are my reflections. And today I want to show you guys the Fox's Wedding Tarot. I think I've talked about this a couple of times in a few different VRs on the channel, and I sing its praises quite often because I love this deck. And as we are now in Marseille for May, um, I am sad that I'm not using it because I made myself use decks that are new to me or that I haven't been using. I only gave myself like a couple of like go-to favorites, and I'm missing this one so badly. So we'll see how long I last, but this is definitely a go-to favorite. And I wanted to share it because I got this deck before I started the channel. I never got a chance to share it. And I was singing the praises of it as I usually am on somebody's channel. Uh-oh, it's not in order. I'm gonna have to put it in order for you guys. But I was singing the praises, not on somebody's channel, on my channel, and on somebody's VR, and the creator saw it. And they sent me a print. They asked me if they were like, thank you, and I would love to send you a print. And I was walking around the house for a couple of weeks with all the cards, like holding them up to the walls, like, which one? What about this one in this room? What about this one in that room? And I finally chose one. I know they were probably like, girl, just choose a print. So I finally chose one and they sent it to me, and I finally found a frame that I liked for it. I'll post a picture here so you can see. I haven't hung it on the wall yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So this is by the Chattering Tin Man, is the name of the publishing company, and the creator's name is Patrick Sparger. Beautiful, surrealistic style collage art deck with a lot of most of the collage art is like classical art, but it's collage, collage together. It's not just classical art on a card. You'll see when we go through it. So it says, welcome to the Fox's Wedding, a cross-cultural journey illuminated by sun showers. Our hope is that the adventure wraps itself like a vine around the particular season of life you are inhabiting at this moment. And so it comes in one of these telescopic boxes. This is the inside of the top. And this is how my box looks. I think the boxes still look the same. I've had this deck for a little bit now. Maybe like, let me see. This says 2021. So I've had it for 3 years. And this was my guidebook that came with it. But the creator, when they sent me the print, sent me the new guidebook. So let's take a look at the guidebook. This is the 2023 version of this guidebook. I have the 2021 version here. Yeah, so this is the older one, but I have the this is the new one, the 2023. This is the one you would get if you purchase it now. The Fox's Wedding is a cross-cultural ceremony marked by an ethereal phenomenon known as a sun shower. As our guests, you are entering into a space where the sun's rays meet falling water and an in-between space dedicated to the present moment. Here, there is no judgment, no keeping of time by watches, no such thing as heavenly or sinful. What you bring to the cards simply is. We hope these truths make this deck an approachable one that wraps itself like a vine around the particular season of life you are embodying in this moment. The Fox's Wedding is a flickering lantern on the path you've chosen for yourself, lighting the flora and fauna along your way and aiding you in seeing in the darkness without having to strain your eyes. Here, the only mistake would be if you, the lantern's owner, neglected your flame and lost sight of your compass. Each card is meant to be experienced as a moment outside of time and as a way through time, leading you back to your true essence. You are the way. You are the one who has chosen this path lit by sunlight and nourished by rain. We invite you to dance in the sun shower that is the Fox's Wedding, and it is our privilege to dance alongside you. There's an example of how they read the cards, and they've given the example here. And then it goes into the cards, and that's it. You get like a full page image of the cards and then a write-up. And for the majors, it's a little bit more than the minors, but not that much more. And it does talk about symbolism, and it talks about, it gets into numerology a lot, which I enjoy because that's how I like to focus when I'm reading Marseille. I do like to read with that sort of numerological sort of film over everything. And so that's kind of how I like to read it. And I think I probably learned most of that from reading this guidebook. I use it quite a bit, but that is the guidebook. And we'll take a closer look once we shuffle the cards. The deck is silver edged. You can see mine has held up. It looks great. I use this deck a lot, and you can see my edging is still in excellent shape. The cards are they're this sort of plasticky, they're a linen with like a semi gloss coating. They feel very sturdy and plasticky. They're a little bit taller than a normal tarot size card. So if this is a normal tarot size card, they're taller and actually wider. They're actually wider as well than a normal tarot size card, you can see there. So they're a bigger card, but super easy for me to shuffle because of the bendiness of the linen, right? So as you can probably tell from the little bitty bow in my deck that I shuffle them like this. And so, yeah, I'm going to just pop these back in order so we can take a closer look. Okay. Here are our backs. They are not reversible, which is good if you have trouble telling upright from reverse with the cards like me. There are a couple of little tricks that are on here that help me with that, and I appreciate it. Because I have trouble with the upright and reverse with Marseille if I want to know which ones are upright and which ones are reverse. Even though usually I don't even bother to read reversals, but I do like to know when the cards are reversed just so that I know, just in case. So I don't shuffle in reversals, but I still want to know when the cards are reversed. So we have the Fool. This is the Magician. You can see this guy down here with the dice. I love this card. It's so strange and funky. The High Priestess. So what they've done is taken various paintings and collaged them together to make these images. And they look very surrealistic, a little bit dreamlike. And I love this Hierophant. Oh, I should have put this in my favorite Hierophant. That favorite Hierophant video. Remember the tarot trumps? This one definitely should have went in there. I like it from the Michelangelo painting, and then yeah, the Lovers, Chariot. What I love about these cards is it's always so fun to kind of try to look into the images and almost scry into them to see what else I find. And every time I use them, even though I've had them for 3 years now, every time I pick them up, I find something new in the cards. Or something that was there and maybe I didn't remember the last time I used them, but this time I'm seeing it, or something that comes to the front or falls to the back, and they just continue to live and breathe. And I love that about these images on these cards. Here's Death, Temperance. It's a mood, it's reading with feeling, reading with emotion. Definitely kind of taps into that psychic energy for me, and I like this. I love this deck. I do. And I'm so sad that I didn't choose it this month, but I didn't, and it's not in my list. Because I use this one a lot and I'm trying to use some of the other ones. And if I put this in there, I'm only going to reach for this, so that's not the goal this month. So the Sun, Judgment. Look at those. So you would think this would be the Lover's card, right? But he chose it for the Judgment card. She's very judgy, this chick here. And the World. All right, so then we get into the Wands. This is the Ace of Wands. And so the trick that they used on the Wands to help me tell upright from reverse is there's always this sort of little bud or whatever this is here. On the even numbers, the bud doesn't have a stick and it's kind of faded into the background. And on the odd numbers, it has a stick. So it becomes the extra wand. This is a 3, a 4. But it lets me know which way is upright and which way is reversed. So that I love that about this. Because it would be really easy for me to forget that the thicker part is the upright and the skinnier part is the reverse. 8, 9, and 10. So that's the configuration of the wands. Here are the Courts, Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, Queen, and the King. Okay, and then we get into the cups. These are so moody and delicious. I love them. Look at this. Like, oh, you have to look closely, you know? But anyways, let me keep moving. So this is the 2 cups, the 3 of cups, the 4. Don't love this B, but you know. Could have done without the B. I don't like bugs. That's just me. Some people love bees. They're gonna love that card. It's gonna be their favorite card. I hate bees. I don't like. Well, I don't hate bees. I just don't like bugs. So, but they all have something strange in the middle, right? I've been trying to figure out what this is forever. Let's see if we can zoom in and find out. Nope, still don't know. Let me know if you know. The 9 and the 10. All right, here come our courts. Here's the page. Isn't she beautiful? The knight looking like he's in like Monaco or something. I'm here for these. I love the court. This is my favorite court, the cup court. The queen and the king. And for the swords, here you go. 2. The flowers keep me upright in reverse on the swords. So I know the flowers need to be pointing upwards. 5. The 6. 7. 8. 9. And the 10. And here come the courts page. So beautiful. The knight. It's like a smoky field. Female knight, queen, and the king. And into the coins. Let me just move these so we can get some light. Casting a shadow. The coin suit doesn't have any kind of little hints for me. I've thought about putting little dots on them, but I never did because I just don't want to. I don't want to write on my beautiful cards. 4. The 5. The 6. I love the like Celtic sort of Celtic knot, geometric pattern kind of thing going on here. Here's 8, 9, 10, and here come the courts page. Looking very earthy. Knight of Pentacles, the Queen, and her King. Oh, they're slippery. Sorry, they're linen. And let's give them, here's the backs up close and personal one more time. And let's shuffle. So like I said, I shuffle them like this because my hands are small. My fingers are short and the cards they're tall. So I can't riffle shuffle them the other way. But if you have bigger hands than I do, I would say they're probably about the height of a Blue Angel card. Blue Angel Oracle card. So if you can riffle shuffle those, then you would definitely be able to riffle shuffle this, and it would be a nice experience for you because it's linen. The overhand is nice and slippy, no clumping. You can see the fan. I think I want this one. All right, we have the 4 of, where's my book? The 4 of Swords. Let's look in here. All right, you can read that for yourself if you like. It says the 4 of Swords represents a grounded and stable thought process. This is the beginning of the dominating force of rationalism over unencumbered flow of imagination. Frivolity is winnowed away, and the mind is being held here in a fixed moment. This card represents the subtle transition of ideas to objects that can be touched, held, and built upon. The ethereal being brought into the physical realm. This is the beginning of dreams being made manifest. And I told you I like this guidebook a lot. Let's read a major. Let's see if we there's that B. Let's look at the Empress. All right, so let's look at the Empress. She's actually who's on the cover. So let's look at her for the Yeah, that'd be fitting to look at her. Here's the write-up. So it says, Sergeant's Madame X looks resolutely over her right shoulder, brandishing a sword in her left hand, poised to protect more than strike. She is both delicate and a force to be reckoned with, anchored in the physical world by strong limbs of stone. The feminine planet Venus is suspended behind her, and her feathered ally rests atop the silhouetted wings of the victory of Samothrace. The Empress embodies warrior and mother, defending those she loves and the principles she stands upon. Awakened, aware, and confident, she has forsaken all ignorance and walks to the road set before her with eyes wide open. She represents fertile ground, nourished by a cup that runneth over. Love and justice are one and the same to her, and she extends both to anyone who will stand in her light. This card signifies abundance and the importance of connecting to divine feminine energy. The coexistence of beauty and strength is a wonder to behold, and the Empress wears them both well. Take a moment to embrace the beauty within and ground your energy in nature. Develop the practice of mothering, whether it be yourself, your children, a friend who needs care, or a garden that needs tending. Be mindful of the sword you wield in defense of others, as it is an important tool, but may hinder connection with the outside world and your inner self if never put down. And so that is the write-up for the Empress. I love an Empress with a sword. I love the fact that they put Venus in the background instead of the symbol of Venus. So she got a sword instead of a shield. She has the planet instead of a symbol. I'm here for this Empress. Love it so much. So this deck exists in this sort of other space for me where I just like want to get into my head when I'm using it. So I've used it with like a few of my collage, like, I don't know, like kind of celestial kind of decks, like otherworldly, dreamy looking decks. But I have a couple of newer ones in my collection that I haven't tried it with yet that I kind of want to take a look at. So let's do it. So let's start with this one. This is the Luminous Humanist Oracle cards by Kelly Sullivan Walden. I just got this one as a gift earlier this year or late last year. And I have not tried them together yet, but I am dying to. So let's see. I think they're going to look great. I think these are going to not only look great, but they kind of exist in that same sort of like, I don't know, ethereal realm. So let's see. So you've got Turn Up Your Radiance with the King of Wands and the Hierophant. It's all a story, so make it a good one with the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands. The Emperor and the Eight of Swords with Living and Loving in the Fifth Dimension. That's otherworldly, isn't it? It's interesting that we pull the Emperor, who is very much grounded in this dimension, with Living and Loving in the Fifth Dimension, and then the Eight of Swords. So it's almost as if it's like we're stuck here with our responsibilities and we can't quite expand our mind enough to get into this other space. But if we do, maybe that's where we find the good stuff, you know? How to Win the Game of Life with the Empress and the Star. And one more, Four of Cups with the King of Cups, and they glisten when you listen. The Four of Cups. Interesting. We have to get very stable in our emotions, grounded in our emotions. This King of Cups with the Four of Cups is making me think, really ground, really stabilize our emotions and control them so that we know what is us and then what is then coming in from somewhere else, and then being able to decipher that and then take it in. Because they glisten when you listen. In Between Lifetime Lagoon with the Three of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Oh, that was a 7, but that's an 8. And the Two of Swords with Judgment and Backstroke Through Your River of Gold. I think these look great. What do you think? Let me know. I think these look great. And I kind of like I said, that they exist in this sort of dream world, right? Where I can kind of go into my mind and swim through the reading. This is the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed. Now, this deck is not new new, but it's newer to me. I just got this deck late last year, mid last year. It hasn't been long. It hasn't even been a year that I've had it, and I really just started using it recently. So to me, it feels new, and yeah, I wanted to kind of see. I've really been liking it. I really have, and it also feels dreamy. But this one is not as out there as this. You know, I can definitely be more grounded with this. So maybe this can bring the Fox's Wedding back down for me. This is how I read with it. Now, of course, when you're reading Marseille, everything, you know, a lot of people who read Marseille prefer to be grounded. So maybe this is not how you read, you know, but this is just kind of how I read. So Wheel of Fortune with the Chariot and Into Me I See. Opening to Discovery with the Hermit and the Lovers. Interesting. So I think sometimes we go within and get detached from what we're really in there, what we're really going in there to find. So this is kind of, to me, a sort of message to stay open, stay connected. Remember to continue to every day choose what it is you're trying to get to. Choose that path. Don't just get in there and get comfortable. The Roses Kiss. Ooh. This is 9. 9 of Cups with the 3 of Coins. And the King of Swords with the Uncharted Sea and the 2 of Coins. The 5 of Swords and the Priestess, or as we like to call her, the High Priestess, with Great Big Love. And I'm going to just try one more. The 10 of Cups and the Page of Wands with the Land Between. I like this Land Between card. Okay, and the final deck that is fairly new to me is the Mary Magdalene Oracle by Megan Watterson. I've had this deck. I think I picked this up in the same one as the Lilith when I bought the Lilith, but I haven't really been using it that much. Somehow it got bowed just sitting on the counter over there. I mean, on the shelf, but I don't know how, because I haven't used it and I store my decks laying down just like this. So I don't know how it got bowed, but I want to see how these might look together. They're also collage art, like classical art collage. I don't know if this is all classical. Some of this might be like photographs. I'm not sure, but I just want to see how it looks. I think it's going to look nice. And I'm curious about this deck. I haven't used it to read with yet. I've just been pulling one card and reading from the guidebook. I'm curious to see what kind of a reading it gives. I wonder if it can go down this sort of liminal rabbit hole. You know, it says, I am inherently good with the Hanged Man and the 8 of Coins. Witness, I am fully seen with the 7 of Coins as Strength. The 2 of Cups with the Queen of Swords, and myself and soul are one. Myself and soul are balanced. The Queen of Swords is something you know. It's a truth that you know, but do you feel it? You know, healing comes from within with the Moon and the Knight of Swords. Did I shuffle these? I feel like I'm getting a lot of of the same things again and again. Anyways, so I like the way this looks, but I don't know. Like I said, I've never used this deck before, but what do you guys think? If you have this Mary Magdalene Oracle, how does it read as an Oracle deck? I'm really curious to know. I guess I'll know if I ever just pull it out and use it, but someday. But yeah, so that's the Mary Magdalene Oracle, and that's my last pairing for today. So that's my review of the Fox's Wedding Tarot. I love it. Like I said, it's a favorite, and I am excited to see it out again. I haven't been using it for the Marseille for May. I cannot promise it will remain that way because now that I've just played with it, I really, really want to pull it back out. But we'll see how it goes. Let me know what you think. Do you have this deck? Are you thinking about picking it up? If you do want to pick it up, of course, I'll put the link in the description box below where you can get a copy for yourself if you're interested, and then all the other decks you saw here today as well. I like reading with this deck because it takes me into a space that is a different place in my brain that I don't have a lot of other decks in my collection that does that. But that's the personal thing. You'll have to let me know if you have it and you use it. How is it working for you? How does it read for you? Or do you think you're thinking about picking it up? Have you ever seen this deck before? Because I feel like I don't see too many people talking about it. That could just be where I'm looking or what videos I'm watching. This might be like the most popular deck in the world on TikTok. I never watch TikTok, so but let me know in the comments below all the things. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye.